Hello and welcome to the Purgatorians Cast and Reviews. In this series, you shall be able to find out more information about the cast, what other projects they are currently working on, as well as their views about the character in the show. Today we have Yeyan Zhu, who voices Mason Parker in the show. Thank you, Yeyan, for joining us.
Hi, thanks for having me. Great to be here.
What was your initial response when you read through the synopsis of the Purgatorians and the cast of characters involved?
To be honest, I didn't read through the synopsis as carefully as I should have the first time. Sorry, Paul. But there were a couple of things that caught my eye, and I was like, oh, this story's gonna be interesting. It was mainly the characters. I find the characters really realistic. They've got problems, they've got struggles, and then I realized that the world is pretty much chaos, and you get these chaotic characters in this chaotic world. They're trying to fix each other, they're trying to fix the world, and it's chaos, but I love it.
What can you tell us of the story of the show, the themes and such?
It's hard to describe the story because it's like horror, fantasy, and dystopian combined. I don't know. You get some realistic characters that get in trouble, and then multiple side plots happen and you need to keep track of what's going on. It's very entertaining, but it's also pretty dark, so I wouldn't recommend it if you hate characters suffer. I've actually asked the creator of the show if he can make a list of characters he hadn't tortured. And he said, yeah, right, give you a minute. No, I don't think so.
In your opinion, why will people want to listen to this show? What would keep them coming back for the next episode?
In my opinion, because the audience is generally sadomasochistic. They are sadists because they want to see bad characters suffer, and they're masochists because they want to see the characters they like suffer. That's why. And that's what happens in the show. And the cliffhangers are really well written at the end of each episode, so they'll come back. You'll be back.
Why did you want to take part in such a large project?
I think a large project means that the creators and the cast involved are more committed to the project and they're less likely to abandon the project without saying anything, which has happened to me before, but it's okay, I understand the creative process. But I put more faith in larger projects because of this reason. As a freelance voice actor, I've always wanted to be part of a project that I can be proud of. And I've read the script, it's awesome. I like this one, and I know it's a lot of commitment, a lot of work. It's a large project. I am nervous about it, but I'm looking forward to it. And the cherry on top, I get paid. So that's just perfect.
Please, tell the viewer something about your character you are voicing.
The character that I'm voicing is Mason Parker. He's 6 years old, he's been through a lot in the past, and will be going through a lot in the future. It's gonna be a lot of physical and emotional traumas for this poor little 6-year-old. He is a pretty happy child, he wishes everybody to be happy, but unfortunately, fate does not treat him kindly.
What do you feel will be the hardest part of bringing your character to life?
Oh my god, voicing Mason is pretty hard overall. I gotta remember his pitch every time I record because I can't just age him or de-age him whenever I want to. And believe it or not, I'm not using my real voice when I'm voicing Mason. How crazy is that? And also, I can't do the British accent 24/7 because my main accent isn't British and English isn't even my first language, so it's quite crazy how I get to voice him. It's gonna be a nice challenge though. I'm up for it.
If your character is to die in the show, how would you want this to happen?
If Mason is to die, then I hope that he dies peacefully and painlessly because the child has gone through so much, and I just hope that his death would be at least comfortable.
If you could have chosen any character, male or female, who would it be, and why?
Toby, 100%. Toby, it has to be Toby. I love this character so much. He's like the real life me. Except for what happens, so personality-wise, he's very similar to me. He's the type of character that you go, aw, he's such a nice person. I sure hope nothing bad happens to him.
How much input do you have in the show, and does the creator of the show keep you informed about the decisions being made?
I wouldn't say inputs, more like comments. So I would comment on the scripts that the creator has written and telling him how much I love a character, hate a character, or hate a character with such a burning passion that I want to see this character mutilated, killed, and buried and never seen again. It's funny because recently we were just talking about how to end some characters. I've given him a couple of options to choose from, but he dismissed them all because they were too brutal, and we wouldn't want that kind of brutality in this family-friendly show, wouldn't we? That's a complete lie. It's not family-friendly at all. He keeps us informed about every character design, every twist, so we're pretty much informed about everything.
What inspired you to become a voice actor?
I've always been a theater kid growing up. I've even learned how to write scripts and direct just to accommodate my desire to act. But unfortunately, my mom wouldn't support me as an actor. She says actors starve, which, okay. So I have to study another major, but it's okay because I can act part-time, which is why I picked up on voice acting. Mind you, voice acting is in no way simpler or easier than physical acting. It's actually, I think, in my opinion, it's actually harder because without movements, you have to focus more on your voice and you need to be more emotional than you usually would.
Is this your first show, or have you done other voice acting projects?
As I mentioned before, I've been in a couple of projects prior to this, but all except for one, which is currently in the making, have gone silent. I'm not a professional, but I've done some voice acting on my own just for fun, but that's pretty much the experience I have, so I'm still a rookie compared to the rest of the cast.
In your opinion, what separates the show from others that you have done?
Oh, I've got something to say about that. So, this is the only show, that I've been in that the creator has planned for more than 3 seasons, has the plot already thought out, the characters and their twists planned, and everything is just set already, waiting to be scripted. And it's just, I love the story, I've read the scripts, I've talked to the director, and it's just awesome. I feel like this is the kind of show that I would listen to in my own time.
Any plans for after the show ends?
I'm gonna continue my studies, graduate, get a job, make money, stop relying on my parents like a real adult, and pay mortgage and taxes.
Where can people find you if they are interested in your work and want to know more, or possibly hire you?
Unfortunately, I don't have any public accounts which I post my work on, so you'd have to contact me through Discord, which is hopefully in the descriptions.
Imagine you are your character. Any final words from them to the viewers?
I hope you enjoy the show, and as always, have a nice day and have fun.
Thank you, Yeyan, for joining us, and I wish you and your character every success in both the show and your future roles.
It's been a pleasure. Thank you.
If you at home would like to take a look at the other projects Yeyan Zhu has worked on, is currently working on, and for any further information, please check the description of the video.
If you're looking forward to the start of the show and this has piqued your interest, please do not forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment below to let us know. If you would like to support the show, Patreon members will receive 1 week ad-free and uncensored early access to all shows, amongst other benefits such as exclusive director and cast commentary videos and the ability to be credited in the description if you would like to submit your reactions and they are chosen for a montage video. As well as much more, please feel free to look at the rewards in the tiers there.
Next week we have Militsa joining us, who voices Patricia Anderson, to give us their opinions on their character, the show, and other projects they have worked on. I hope you will join us. Until then, goodbye.
I'd like to build the world a home and furnish it with love. Grow apple trees and honey bees and snow white turtle doves. I'd like to teach the world to sing in perfect harmony. I'd like to hold it in my arms and keep it company. I'd like to see the world for once all standing hand in hand and hear them echo through the hills for peace throughout the land. That's the song I hear aloud. Let the world sing today. Oh yeah. I'd like to teach the world to sing in perfect harmony. In perfect harmony, hand in hand, and I'd like to hold it in my arms and keep it company. That's the song I'd like to see the world, let the world sing, all standing hand in hand, and hear them echo through the hills for peace throughout the land. That's the song I'd like to sing it along. Let the world sing today. I'd like to teach the world to sing in perfect harmony. I'd like to teach the world to sing in perfect harmony.
I was standing by my window on one cold and cloudy day when I saw the hearse come rolling to carry my mother away. Will the circle be unbroken by and by, Lord, by and by? There's a better home awaiting in the sky, Lord, in the sky. I went back home, my home was lonely, for my mother, she was gone. All my brothers, sisters crying, what a home so sad and lone. Undertaker, please, undertaker, undertaker, please drive slow, for that body you are hauling, Lord, I hate to see her go. Will the circle be unbroken by and by, Lord, by and by? There's a better